My name is Tony Lett. I'm the general manager of Fred Bean's Kia in Langhorne. I just wanted to take a minute to talk about Larry Feldman and Career Changers USA. Larry and I have been working together for about the last 12 years now, and anything I've ever needed as far as recruiting, training, Larry has been right there. Larry's got me salespeople, he's got me managers, he's got me technicians even through the toughest times in the industry, and he is just the kind of guy who's going to tell you exactly what's on his mind. He's going to tell you exactly what he thinks. But Larry also has the expertise to back it up. When he was in the dealership world, he was a top performer, and that's really important to my staff, especially as it pertains to training. A lot of people can come in and teach out of a textbook, but Larry has real-world experience dealing with customers, dealing with situations in dealerships that we go through on a daily basis and try to train on. But Larry's been through it, so he can really empathize with the people and tell you what's worked for him and maybe what way not to go. Larry is just always at a 10. I mean, his energy level is always up there, and I think people, they just love that and they feed off of it. He's not faking it. He is genuinely excited to come in and help you. He's excited to come in and help grow your business. And he's one of those people who just really enjoys seeing dealers succeed and have a lot of fun at the same time.
All right. Life is about connection. Having a support system to lean on. And roads to endless possibility. At every turn, guiding the way, we are building the connections that move you.
So what would your dealership feel like if your entire sales staff was literally on fire, your sales and service staff? They were nonstop all over social media, completely dominating your marketplace. They could do it in 30 days or less and then continue their education to do it for an entire 6 months or a year. You literally would completely take over the entire marketplace and no one would be able to compete with you. And that's what we can do for you. So when you're walking around your community, whether you're at local restaurants or you're going to the gym, if you don't want to be bothered, fine, you won't be bothered. But a lot of people will walk up to you and say, oh my God, I love your social media. Your staff is amazing. We love what you're doing in the community. We want to come buy a car from you. We want to get an oil change at your dealership. Your community is absolutely going to love you. And it doesn't matter what platform you're on. You could be on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, all social media platforms. You will literally be all over the place. And not only will you have ads running, but your own staff is going to be promoting your brand and promoting themselves within the dealership and within the business. So it's like running an ad times 100-fold because your entire staff is participating in the process. I've traveled all over North America. I've trained Toyota. I've trained Nissan. I've been to driving sales. I've been to Women in Auto. I get hired as a speaker for conferences at universities all over the country. And I can help change the trajectory of your dealership right now.
Hey, if you missed us live, you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast.
Hello there, this is Ian from the AutoHub show, and I'm here with my good friend, and of course from been in many shows with these podcasting and doing stuff. So, Joe, I just want maybe you can introduce yourself, tell us a little bit more about what you do, and how people can attend you guys' events.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm Joe Overby. I'm the senior editor of Auto Remarketing and Auto Remarketing Canada at Cherokee Media Group, and so my main role there is leading the editorial portion of our retail and wholesale coverage, but also part of the events team. So I work with my colleagues Justine Mirsky-Blank and Nick Zulovich and our bosses, and we plan the agenda for our events. And the next one we got coming up is the Canada's Used Car Week, which is going to be late June,
Right.
up in Toronto at the. We're actually back at our Harbor Castle Hotel, Weston Harbor Castle, in downtown, right in the middle of downtown Toronto. So excited about that, and our conference there basically is divided into a few different tracks: retail, remarketing, auto finance, very similar to our U.S. Used Car Week. And then we have also the Women in Automotive Canadian Leadership Forum on the final day of the conference. And that is late June. Registration's open now. I think there's about another week or two of early registration discounts. The agenda's up live at canada.usedcarweek.biz, and folks go check out more there.
So for those Canadian dealers who maybe haven't been before, I know Toronto is the big smoke, and that's 55% Ontario of the market. How do what do you recommend for those dealers, say in Quebec, or those dealers in the Maritimes, maybe the dealers out west, why they should come? What do you think?
Yeah, I think for them it's a chance to, we do have a lot of dealers that come from the city, from Toronto or various parts of Ontario, but it's a good place for them to come and sort of learn best practices from fellow dealers. But also we have a dealer training part. We called it Dealer Training Tuesday initially, but since our conference starts on a Tuesday, it's actually it's on a Wednesday that we do the dealer training portion. But we have keynote sessions from dealer trainers from Canada and the U.S. that come and share best practices on specific elements of the automotive retail, and that is really geared towards Canadian car dealers.
What about the U.S. dealers that have Canadian locations or Canadian dealers that have U.S. locations? What do you recommend they, cross-populate there? I mean, I know I was at Used Car Week. I think it was Used Car Week last year, where there was a dealer that has locations on the West Coast, both in Canada and the U.S., that had some representatives there. What do you recommend for those dealers?
Well, specifically this year, we've got a couple sessions that will look at. One of them is specifically about the Canada to U.S. export market.
Okay.
So really, it's really geared towards people who have a presence in both markets, or maybe even marketplaces and platforms like a Car Gurus that have a presence in both markets. So my colleague Nick Zulovich, who's the editor of our Auto Finance.
Hey, if you miss us live, you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast.